Well, hello there. This video is just a last minute thought of the day. And that is this. There's so much information out there right now that I look at and I wonder why the cognitive dissonance exists to the level it does. Listen, I'm 56 years old. It might be too late for me to undo all the damage that I've done to my body, my mind, and my spirit through my lifetime. There will be consequences to pay for every day that I didn't know better. But I'm talking to you young people out there. You do know better. You know there's a better way. Every day we watch somebody or something we love leave this earth due to sickness and disease that could have been easily avoided by just making better choices. Just make better choices. Seriously, you guys, you gotta get your eating under control. Like, how do you expect to reach your golden years eating the way that you do? Like, I only did it for half of my life. And I'm basically, when you think about it, just a little bit over half of my life. Like, fast food really became a thing for me when I was in my early 20s. Like, I didn't grow up on fast food. We always cooked. Kids today grew up on fast food. Like, to the point where it's all that they would have eaten. And then they grew up and just kept eating that way. I can't even imagine, like, what their arteries look like and what their bodies look like on the inside. I can't even imagine after eating an entire lifetime like that, and now being in their early 20s. And, you know, all you have to do is look at history and stats to see that my generation is living much fewer years than my mother and father's generation. I look at my mom and dad now that are both in their 80s, and I'm like, I don't think I'll be in my 80s at any point. I don't think I'll make it that long. And the kids that are coming up now are going to be saying the same thing about 60. We're not living as long. And if you put those stats up against the rise and prevalence of fast food in our diets, you can definitely make the connection, right? So, but you guys have something that I didn't have. You guys have YouTube. You have ChatGPT. You have the internet. You have influencers. You have every type of diet being preached constantly on the internet. My hair is driving me nuts. I'm not used to seeing my hair. I don't like seeing my hair, but like I said, this just downloaded on the fly, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, whatever. So I'm already done for the day. My gray's coming in really good though. You guys have all of this information at your hands. You have every type of diet influencer out there, whatever your persuasion is. As long as it's not a standard American diet, you're going to be healthier for it. You know, I don't care if you like fruits and vegetables more, then eat more fruits and vegetables. If you like meat more, eat more meat. But stop eating the way that they tell you to eat. That standard American diet is putting more and more people in the grave every day. and more people needing medical and pharmaceutical interventions just to exist. You know, you guys, you have all the knowledge at your fingertips. I pray that you will start to use it, because there's no reason for somebody in their 20s to need oxygen just to walk. There's no reason for somebody in their 20s to not have enough energy to pursue hobbies and social activities. There is no reason for kids to look as sad and miserable as they do. Kids are legitimately, and when I say kids, I mean young people, like 20s, you know, anywhere from like 16 to 25, we'll say. They're depressed. They're so depressed. And as an empath, when I'm driving around in my car and I'm picking these people up, I can feel the heaviness on these people. They have no hope. They have no future. They are defeated at 20 years old. And I swear, if they just ate something different, they would feel better. And it's just really tragic to think about. You know, I see the fast food lines all the time. I'm just like, why? Why doesn't anybody want to eat real food? I don't get it. I don't know. But I'm just saying, we watch our loved ones die due to disease and sickness constantly. And it breaks our hearts, but we're not willing to make the changes that we need to make sure that that's not us in the very near future, right? That's not our kids that are going to cry over their parents in the near future, right? So it's just really easy, like with everything else, and especially for believers, right? Because think about, just like with our thoughts, right? Our thoughts are either leading us to death or they're leading us to life, right? It's the same thing with our food. Is this food killing me, or is this food going to nourish me? And there's no amount of prayer over this chemical-laden food that they're passing off as nutrition now. There's no amount of prayer that's going to make that food okay to eat, right? So how about you just eat the things that God told us to eat, right? Nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy. These are the things that we're told to eat. We're not supposed to be eating hydrogenated oils. We're not supposed to be eating engine lubricants passing off as healthy fats. You guys, it's frankenfood. They've destroyed the grains. You can't eat grains anymore. And I don't care what it is. You can't eat wheat. You can't eat barley. You can't eat corn. You can't eat rice. And like, seriously, if you go on a different path and you go back to a biblical way of eating, it's not that you can't ever have a taco. You can have a taco once in a while, but it can't be your sole source of nutrition. Okay, because those grains, they're all adulterated. Especially here. They're adulterated. People who can't eat grains here usually can go to another country and eat them because they're not adulterated there. And they're not completely bombarded with glyphosate. Right? I really, really do worry about the state of our country in the next 15 years. I don't even think it'll take that long. I think we're going to see such massive impact from eating all of this fast food, and then drugs like Ozempic that make it okay for us to eat all the fast food because we just won't gain weight, we'll lose weight with everything we eat. I mean, oh my God, it's just so... There's so much going on up here, I can't even put it all out in my words. If we don't get it together, if you young people do not get it together, I don't even have any more words to say. I've made my point. You guys have got to stop eating the fast food. If you're a believer, okay, this especially goes out to you because you should know better. You're without excuse, okay? If you're a believer and you're still eating these poison chemicals that these companies are passing off as food to you, shame on you. And you're expecting a different result than what you're getting. Dude, we're not meant to walk around damaged like this, right? We're supposed to be taking care of our temples. The best way we know how. The information is there. Utilize it, right? Present your body as a living sacrifice. I know you want the Twinkies. I know you want the Canes. I know you want the In-N-Out. I know you want the Whataburger. I know you do. We all do. But we were also all bought with a price. And we need to present our bodies as a living sacrifice and keep them holy unto the Lord. How are we supposed to keep our bodies holy, kadosh, set apart, if we're filling them full of garbage all the time? You think that doesn't affect your brain? It absolutely does. It doesn't just give you more curves to appreciate. It affects your brain. I don't know. I'm praying for you all. I'm praying for you all. And I hope that you hear me. I hope you wake up. I hope you wake up. You know, y'all are so afraid of what they're trying to force you to take in vaccines. What about what they're forcing you to eat by not even forcing you? They're simply presenting it and you're eating it up. I pray for you guys. I really do. I pray for me. I'm a food addict. It's very hard for me to stay away from this stuff too. But that's my commitment. My commitment is to be healthier. My commitment is to take care of myself, present my body unto the Lord, to be healthy and whole. Not to be polluted with all this junk and chemicals, and it don't make no sense. A lot of these foods even have like aborted fetal tissue in them and all kinds of stuff. You know? I don't know. You can tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. These are just my thoughts tonight. I hope you get something out of them. I love you. God bless.